Jacqueline here with VIPKID. So just a little bit of background. I have been a teacher for 10 years in public education here in the United States. I recently decided to join the VIPKID team to see how it would go. And I have so many things to say about it already. It's just crazy. So the first video that I want to do today is just how to decide if VIPKID is right for you. I mean, like, how do you know? I mean, that was my big question. Should I do this? Should I not do this? What's good about it? What's bad about it? So I'm going to give you some pros and cons about VIPKID, what I've noticed so far. Disclaimer, I love it, but it may not be for you. So here is exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you the pros, then I'm going to tell you the cons, and then you can decide for yourself if VIPKID is right for you. Okay? So let's do this. Okay, first off, the biggest pro to me is that you get to work from home. I mean, who doesn't want to work from home? I can't find my pencil. Where's my pencil? I just want to scratch these off as we go. So, you get to work from home. So literally I wake up sometimes like 3 minutes before, okay, not 3, maybe the most, like 9 minutes before class started, threw on some clothes, threw on some mascara, and started working. Okay, so that's amazing about VIPKID, is that you get to work from home. You know, you don't have to get all fancied up. Doesn't mean you don't want to look somewhat presentable, but you know, you don't have to worry about the commute and sitting in traffic for an hour, or, you know, maybe you don't sit in traffic for an hour, but either way, it's nice. You just get up, walk downstairs, make some coffee, and then you're ready to work. Okay. Next pro. You can choose your hours. So they have a specific amount of hours that you do have to work throughout the week. So I believe it's 7.5 hours total that you're required to open up your slots for. You're probably going to do more than that. If you're trying to make some extra money on the side, you're probably going to open more than that. I know I opened somewhere around 25, and I have a full-time job, and I'm a mother of 2, and well, I have a husband, so it's like I'm a mother of 3. Shh, don't tell him I said that. So anyways, you know, like, I totally forgot where I was going with that. But anyway, you get to choose your hours. It's only 7.5 required. So that's nice. If I know we're going to have a busy weekend, then I'm not going to schedule anything. For example, this coming up weekend is Memorial Day weekend. So I'm not scheduling anything because we're supposed to be going out of town. Although my daughter has double ear infection, so I don't know if that's happening. But with VIPKID, it doesn't matter. I can set my schedule as I see fit. So that is awesome. Choose my own hours when I want to work. Now, on top of that, if I know I am going to travel somewhere like this weekend, I could, if I so desired, I could take my laptop and sign up to open my slots, and I could teach on the road. So that is a benefit of this job, is that even if you do travel somewhere, you can take your work with you if you want to, and still make the money and keep your slots booked and keep your, you know, clients, your students happy. So that's pretty awesome that you can go out of town, vacation, whatever, and still be making some money. So that's nice. Easy prep. Number 4, easy prep. They send you all the lesson plans. And if you've ever been a teacher, you know the most annoying part of being a teacher is trying to come up with your lesson plans, because it's just very time consuming, takes a lot of effort and planning. Well, with VIPKID, they just send you what you need. So, I mean, you got to plan a little bit in addition to that, you know, have some props, have, you know, additional stuff to make the lesson exciting. But for the most part, you know, they give you what you need. So that's very nice. The only extra stuff that you need, or that you'd be actually responsible for, is the computer in order to obviously record. You need a headset with a microphone, preferably a noise canceling one. I know my little guys are like running around all over the place, so I don't want my students to be able to hear them in the background. And then any additional props you want. So it's very easy to prep for these lessons. So, I mean, they're given to you. Lesson plans are given to you. So one of the big things is that and this would be a con, which I'm not really on the con list, but we'll throw this out there because it kind of goes into what I was going to say with the pro. You do have to have a bachelor's degree to be offered employment with VIPKID. However, you don't have to be a certified teacher. They prefer you have some sort of teaching experience, but you don't have to actually be certified. So that's a pro, because not everybody's certified to be a teacher. Unfortunately, if you don't have a bachelor's, it doesn't matter either way. So that's kind of a bummer. But anyway, so one thing I've noticed that is a very important thing to me is that I'm kind of that annoying person that I've emailed customer service and support, whatever you want to call them, the firemen that help with any questions that you might have. And I will say they are unbelievably responsive in a unbelievably short amount of time. I think they say they'll get back to you within 24 hours, but in my experience, it's been usually within like 6, 7, 8 hours, not even a full day, and they've responded to any questions that I've had. So their support team and staff is amazing in response to any questions you might have once you start working with them. So that's nice. Quick response time. Another nice thing is that for any of the classes that you book, or that are booked by students, as long as you show up, you get paid. So even if the student doesn't show, even if there's a technical problem, something happens and y'all lose each other, if it's not your fault, because that happens obviously with technology, Lord knows, right? But you will still get paid for these classes. And depending on what type of class it is, if it's a master class or a trial class, it also depends on that a little bit, on whether you'll get paid the full amount that you're supposed to get paid, or 50%, I think, for the trial classes. Something of that nature. I haven't actually taught trial classes yet. I am now certified to teach them, but I have not yet. So I'll let you know on that later on. Anyway, so you still get paid, which is very nice. And I've only had a couple of no-shows so far in 29 classes, I think. So that's been nice. You get additional bonuses. This is another pro. You get additional bonuses for little things here and there. So like, for example, if I open up a short notice class, which means if a student needs to book within 24 hours, they can, I'm going to get, I believe it's $2 bonus for that specific class. So they have incentives throughout. You get $1 for finishing, and these add up in your pay, your final pay. So my final pay is generally $9 for a normal class, per class, which comes out to roughly $18 an hour, give or take some incentives depending on what's going on, or if it was a short notice or not. So they say anywhere between $14 to $22, $23, $24, something like that an hour, just depending on, your base pay, what you come in as, any incentives that you are paid throughout. So there's bonuses, in other words. So that's a pro. Let's see. And honestly, this is kind of silly, but the biggest pro to me is that I have had so much fun meeting these cute, adorable children. I haven't really had a bad experience yet. I've had a couple that are kind of hesitant to get to know me, but once they open up, it's pretty awesome. Like, they like being there, and if you make it fun for them, then it's fun for you. So you get to meet all these adorable little kiddos. I'm sure there are tons more pros, but I was trying to think of the main ones that have kind of stuck with me and why I enjoy doing this now. So let's go to the cons, which is not the fun part, but it could have an effect on whether or not you do this. So, time difference. Obviously, for me, I'm Central Time, so I'm about 12 hours exactly opposite of Beijing time. So, obviously, I can't teach in the middle of the day, which would be best for me, right? But I can't teach in the middle of the day because it's midnight, 1 in the morning over there. So the time difference is a little odd. You may have to be an early riser or a night owl, right, in order to get the hours if you really need a lot of hours. If it, for example, was your full-time job. So the difference in hours can be a tricky thing. Another con, this is not like a fortune maker, okay? Now that doesn't mean you can't make money doing this job, but you would have to teach a lot of classes to really make a lot of money. So, I mean, I make, at this point, it's looking like roughly around $400 a month if I go at the rate that I'm going. And of course, it's just a side job for me. So it's not important that it's, all of my income. So it just depends on what you want to make, how much you need to make, I guess, to your survival, but most likely it's not, you're not going to win the lottery or anything doing it. So earlier I had said the con of having a bachelor's degree, you must have one. So, and I mean, that's kind of a good thing if you think about it. I mean, at least, they have some standards they want to set, and that's a good thing. Unfortunately, I know there's a lot of people out there that don't have a bachelor's that would probably be great at this. So that kind of sucks for them. Anyways, so you have to have a bachelor's. You still have to lesson prep. Like I said, they send you the lessons, but you can't just open it up the morning you start a class or the afternoon you start a class and start teaching. You need to be prepared for it. You still need to plan a little bit, which is no different. It is a job, so it requires some planning on your part to get ready for it. Another con, when you do get paid, it is just monthly, so if you're used to getting, a weekly check or bi-weekly, then this switching over to monthly is a little tough. But because I've been a teacher for the last 10 years, I'm used to the monthly payment. So it didn't affect me in a negative way. Next con is that because you're an independent contractor, which is not really a con in itself, but it's just a little different. You're considered an independent contractor when you work for them. So things like health insurance are not offered and retirement. And then you do have to fill out a W-9 form when you begin. So at the end of the year, you're going to have to, when tax season rolls around, you're going to have to pay taxes, because right now when they give you the check, when you get your monthly payment, they aren't taking taxes out of that. So that's going to kind of be a bummer. You probably should save up a little as you go so that you're ready to pay back any of those taxes once tax season hits. So anyways, I hope this helped. That is by no means all the pros and cons, but it's some of the main ones that I have noticed personally. So hopefully this helped, and hopefully it will help you decide on whether or not VIPKID would be right for you. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a shout if you have any questions. Thanks, y'all.